Welcome to our channel. You may recall in part 1 of this series, we discussed what an SBLC is. It no doubt left you with some questions, and so we offer as part 2 of this series the ultimate FAQ for SBLCs. Let's get started. Let's review. What is the function of an SBLC? Standby letters of credit are usually issued by banks to guarantee financial obligations, to assure the refund of advance payments, to support performance and bid obligations, or to assure the completion of a sales contract. Is an SBLC a payment instrument? Yes, it is considered a payment instrument as it is issued by a bank on instructions received from a client as a means of payment. An SBLC can also be a guarantee of payment. How is an SBLC different from letters of credit? To simplify, a letter of credit, or LC, is a primary method of payment where the bank pays the supplier on behalf of the buyer. Conversely, an SBLC is a secondary method where payment is made only if the buyer defaults on payment. How many types of SBLCs are there? There are 2 types. First, quote, financial, unquote, SBLCs are issued to back financial obligation or some form of indebtedness, such as loan repayment, and irrevocably obligate the issuer in the event the applicant fails to honor their payment obligation. The other type are quote performance unquote SBLCs that are issued to back a company's performance-related duties, guaranteeing the completion of a project within the scheduled timelines. If the applicant is unable to complete the project outlined in the contract, then the issuer promises to reimburse the third party to the contract a specific sum of money. What are SBLCs most commonly used as? Like a guarantee, SBLCs are most commonly used to cover the risk of a contract party not fulfilling agreed obligations, for instance, failure to pay or deliver. How are SBLCs used? Where goods are sold to a counterparty in another country, they may have used an SBLC to ensure their seller will be paid. In the event that there is non-payment, the seller will present the SBLC to the buyer's bank so that payment is received. What are the advantages of SBLCs? Number 1, receiving goods without prepayment. Second, receiving goods with deferred payment. And third, temporary use of funds of the issuing bank in case of failure to make a payment on time or other specified cases. Can an SBLC be used as collateral? Yes, an SBLC can act as collateral for a loan when a borrower has limited physical assets to pledge. The SBLC assures lenders of payment from the issuing bank should the borrower default. What does it mean when an SBLC is cash-backed? A cash-backed SBLC is a letter of credit that aims at minimizing the risk, optimizing the profits, and maximizing control when a person or association enters into business in an international market. Can an SBLC be negotiated? Yes, an SBLC can be tailored to suit the specific needs and requirements of the contract, such as the amount, duration, trigger events, and documents. As a bonus advantage, an SBLC can also help the applicant negotiate better terms and conditions, such as lower interest rates, longer payment periods, or higher credit limits. How much does an SBLC cost? Banks usually charge 1% to 10% of trade value as their service fees each year of the tenure of the SBLC. If the obligations in the agreement are met before the validity, the bank terminates the SBLC and doesn't charge fees. How long does it take a bank to issue an SBLC? More often than not, the bank will issue the standby letter of credit within 48 hours of release. Once issued, a copy of the SBLC will be emailed to you, including the reference number of the SBLC. For how long is an SBLC valid? Whether purchased or leased, SBLCs are issued for a term having validity normally of 1 year and 1 day, or 366 days, which may extend up to multiple years depending on the provider's own discretion and level of comfort with the beneficiary. What documents are required for obtaining an SBLC? Key documents include application form. Complete the bank's SBLC application, detailing the transaction and beneficiary information. Business financial statements. Provide recent financial statements, including balance sheets and income statements, to demonstrate financial health. But what about buyers? Can buyers also utilize SBLCs? Yes, buyers can also utilize SBLCs. The buyer may request an advance payment SBLC to reduce the risk of non-delivery by the seller. When is an advance payment SBLC used? An advance payment SBLC is used when the buyer is required to make an advance payment to the seller before the goods or services are delivered. If the seller fails to deliver the goods or services, the buyer can draw on the SBLC by submitting the necessary documents to the issuing bank. The issuing bank will then pay the buyer the amount specified in the SBLC. Are SBLCs transferable or non-transferable? Yes, SBLCs are transferable. In the intricate world of international trade and finance, letters of credit or LC play a pivotal role in ensuring smooth transactions. Transferable SBLC provide the option to transfer the credit to another party, enabling greater flexibility in trade transactions. What does it mean to monetize a standby letter of credit? Monetizing a standby letter of credit means using the SBLC as collateral to borrow money. Can you sell an SBLC? Yes, you can sell an SBLC, but only in a managed buy and sell program, in which you participate in a program using a financial instrument like an SBLC for $100 million and monetizing it for a profit. For example, you can purchase an SBLC at 61% and sell it to a monetizer at 80% loan-to-value ratio or LTVs, earning a profit of 19% within a year. Can you lease an SBLC? The answer is, depends on the status of the SBLC. Is it owned or already leased? In contrast to a purchased or owned SBLC, where the buyer becomes the official owner of the instrument and in turn would be able to lease the SBLC out to a third party, a leased SBLC cannot be leased out any further. There are private monetizers who would monetize a leased SBLC. How can you verify an SBLC? Before monetizing an SBLC, it is essential to verify its authenticity. Some steps to follow include: conduct due diligence on the issuing bank and their credit rating. Obtain a copy of the original SBLC from the issuing bank and independently verify its signatures and details. Thank you for watching our channel. Please visit our website and social media accounts for updates and other information. See you again next time.